All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Black and indigenous people of color. Black and indigenous people of color. Lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, and queer. Lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, and queer. Asian American Pacific Islander. Asian American Pacific Islander. Latino, Hispanic, Romani, and Creole. Latino, Hispanic, Romani, and Creole. We all have a place in this world. We all have a place in this world.
Your song? It's awful. I hate it.
Now, I may have missed it, but in that song we just heard in the first clip, which was basically just a big giant virtue signal, I don't recall hearing anything about the whites. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So I saw this meme the other day and got a pretty good laugh out of it, so I figured I would share it with you guys. So here we have this young lady with the typical glasses and nose ring, and she's got a dandelion and some other flowers tattooed on her head. The caption says, "The last thing a vegan cricket burger sees before being eaten."
It's funny because it's true.
Now, I'm sure most of you have probably heard by now that ICE, under the new Trump administration, has started arresting some of these criminal illegal immigrants and getting them ready for deportation. And of course, the left is freaking out about it. These people complain about literally everything. So we're going to keep it moving with some of the worst takes on these illegal immigrant arrests, starting with this fella. Roll it.
Okay, now with the immigration thing here, is he truly going to deport all the immigrants, even the legal ones? Like, America needs immigrants for our economy. They do jobs Americans don't want to do. They get paid wages Americans don't want. They contribute to a system that they can't benefit from. Like, and most of them are decent law-abiding citizens. They don't go out committing crimes because they don't want to leave. You get caught doing something, then they're gonna get kicked out. Like, most of the immigrants here are decent, hardworking people.
What the hell did you just say?
Okay, now with the immigration thing here, is he truly gonna deport all the immigrants, even the legal ones?
What are you, f***ing stupid? Huh?
And next up, we have this slightly rotund young fellow who I'm guessing was part of the group White Dudes for Carmelo Harris. Roll it.
If you're the type of person that is currently right now posting on your social media the number for ICE and saying to report your local immigrants, you're not a fucking good person. That right there is the most vile and evilest fucking shit I have ever seen. I was scrolling my Facebook this morning, which, yes, not a fucking good thing to do because it's Facebook. The people on there, it's just a cesspool of hate and right-wing extremists. But I was scrolling through my Facebook today, and someone I personally know was sharing a post saying, "Call ICE and report your local immigrants." That is disgusting.
Look at me, I'm a big fat slob!
And next up, we have comedian and actor Patton Oswalt instructing everyone on how to aid and abet criminals and interfere with federal investigations. Roll it.
If you are ever out in public anywhere and you see brown people, especially immigrants, and if you ever see ICE vehicles, ICE workers, anything like that, you need to shout the phrase "La Migra" as loud as you possibly can, as many times as you can, to let the immigrants know that ICE is near and that they are in danger and they need to run away.
The f***
does that mean?
Now, for those of you that know who Patton Oswalt is, that obviously wasn't him. This is him on the screen here. But if there ever was a perfect example of a doppelganger, that was it. I was just trying to make a joke. I thought it was funny.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen these characters that work for ICE that are doing these raids and making these arrests, but they are all tacked out and look like they mean business. So next up we have this school teacher who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and has a message for those ICE agents. Roll it.
ICE can now raid classrooms, and as a high school teacher, I just want to make one thing clear. If someone tries to come in my classroom and take one of my students, one of us isn't leaving the classroom. Play with me.
You think you're tough. You're tough, huh?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Now, the vast majority of legal immigrants in this country support Trump's mass deportations because they came here legally. They did it the right way. However, there are still a lot of people out there that are severely misinformed, like this young lady who I don't think is an immigrant, but she says she's a Mexican, and she has a message for the Caucasians. Now, it's kind of hard to hear because she's in a restaurant, but I'll play it anyway. Roll it.
Let me just say this for you Caucasians. If you support Trump's mass deportation, if you support that, block me. We're not friends. I don't with you. You're racist and you do not like me as a Mexican. Thank you, bye.
Bye, bitch.
Now, I do apologize for all the background noise in that last clip. Like I said, she's at a bar or restaurant or something, but one thing I did hear her say is that if you support Trump's mass deportations, you are a racist. So if I don't want tens of millions of people that I know nothing about pouring into the country where I live, that somehow makes me a racist? Well, typical liberal logic shared by this next lady who I guarantee lives in an all-white neighborhood. Roll it.
They just come here illegally. The immigrants, I just want them to follow the law. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, we are white. You see this pearly white fucking skin right here? It's made in Europe. It's made in Europe, okay? Europe. Like, my people came here from Scotland, and I don't see ICE coming to get me anywhere. This is bullshit. None of us came here legally. We came here illegally and then made up the laws to kick everybody else out. If you have the audacity to be in this comment section and say, well, I just want them to come here legally, just say what you really mean. Just say that you don't like brown people. Honestly, just say that you don't like brown people. Be honest about it. Say that you are scared of brown people and you don't want them in your country.
I'm not racist. Every Martin Luther King Day, I order a cup of dark roast.
Now, this next clip is very interesting because it exposes these people and shows us exactly who they are. Now, I'm going to make a statement, and I want you to keep it in your mind as you listen to the last 5 seconds of this clip. Dr. Anthony Fauci received a pardon. That's it. That's the statement. Roll it.
Well. Egg prices are at an all-time high 3 fucking days into Donald Trump's presidency. Have you figured it out yet, you fuckwits? He played you. You fucking idiots believed it when the billionaire who said he'd never heard the word grocery before, when he said, I'll help you, I care about you. And look where it fucking got you. Those of us who've been paying attention understand that rising egg prices in the U.S. are directly related to rising avian flu cases in chickens in the U.S. There were 12 million cases in the last 30 days. We also know that the second one chicken gets infected in a flock, you have to cull the entire f***ing flock. So I'm sure your dipshit president is doing something bold and daring to help fight this epidemic, right? No. He directed the Health and Human Services Department to pause all releases to the public on the matter. He's hiding it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Every time he hides some shit like this, I'm going to take it and drag it directly into the f***ing light and make all you stupid f***s look at it. Because you don't get to hide what you did to us.
What's that? Say that again?
Because you don't get to hide what you did to us.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Now think about that for a minute. These people, like the young fellow we just heard from, are so blinded by their hatred for Donald Trump and his supporters, and brainwashed with propaganda, that they are worried about Donald Trump hiding stuff from them, as the previous administration is literally hiding everything from them. Anyway, next up, so here we have this individual who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, upset about Trump's executive order stating that the U.S. government is only going to recognize two genders. Roll it.
An executive order? An executive order? I'm sorry. Well, who the hell do you think you are? Your orders don't mean shit to me. Not a damn thing. The only thing you've done is bring back my genders of the day. And darling, today my gender is defiance. So why don't you take your executive order and shove it up your ass?
What the hell is his problem?
Guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, I'm not quite for sure exactly what look this fella is going for, but I don't think he nailed it. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. Pastor Bob, thank you so much, sir, for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. And I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mention, Pastor Bob Rogers, for leaving a super thanks on the last video. So, Pastor Bob, once again, sir, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of this guy for one day. Get this off the screen, please. Ooh.
He's got a forehead like a drive-in movie theater.
All right, let's take a break from the political stuff for a minute and see what else is happening out there in clown world. Next up, we have this young fella who does a call out right on TikTok for a mullet shake-off. Now, if your name is Cody Sulker, this is for you. Roll it.
This message is to Cody Silker. And if you're not him, just keep on scrolling. I challenge you, yes, you, Cody Silker, to a mullet shake-off. I'll start it. You got till the end of this week to do it.
Yes! That's awesome!
Now, this next clip is pretty old. I actually showed it in a video a while ago, but it's kind of an internet classic, and I saw it making its rounds on the interwebs again, so I figured I would show it just one more time for those of you that haven't seen it yet. Enjoy. Roll it.
So I have this thing, call it a little quirk if you will. I have hair in my armpits. I have it there for a few reasons. 1, lazy. 2, the patriarchy. And 3, your response to them tells me everything I need to know about you.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of Democrat Congressman Hakeem Jeffries explaining how DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion, are American values. He actually posted this to his own X, formerly known as Twitter account. He thought it was a good idea to put this out there for the world to see. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion are American values. Perhaps I can explain. The motto of the United States of America is E pluribus unum, out of many, one. That's diversity. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, one of the most important amendments in our country, provides equal protection under the law. That's equity. In this country, we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, a flag that we just presented to the new president and vice president. And in that pledge, we promise one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. ALL. That's inclusion. Not complicated. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are American values. It's about economic opportunity. It's about merit for everyone based on what you know, not who you know.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
And you ain't black.